Well, hello there. A while ago, I did a video about the MV Darley. This is the one that crashed into the bridge at Baltimore, I think it was, if I remember rightly. And my take on what happened there. And a lot of people said to me, do you think it was sabotage? Do you think people remoted in to the steering gear or remoted into the engines? Well, no, that can't happen. Now, I've been doing a little bit of research to that. Yeah, we do have internet on board, but normally to remote in, you'd need a laptop that was connected to the ship's Wi-Fi system to be able to remote in and access that. Yes, the office can remote in to look at the safety files and the safety programs on board. We got this. We have some maintenance programs. They can remote in and change those if they need to. But for the main controls of a ship, like the steering gear is rather basic. You get a signal from the bridge, tells the steering gear what to do. The steering gear then sends a signal back to the bridge to tell the bridge team what position the rudder's in. And then, of course, you get the compass and stuff like that. Yes, we have automatic pilot. We have autopilot on board that will steer the ship. But again, you cannot remote into that unless you connect up a laptop to the ship's Wi-Fi, and then you can remote in and change the settings. And of course, if you do that, the staff on board will know what's going on. It's not something that the company could change on their own. What they can do is the scientific stuff they can remote in, and they get caught doing it. They're supposed to tell the ship before they remote in for their, I think it's, anyway, I won't give the name away, but the scientists have a system of how they plot positions and stuff like that, which the office team ashore can remote into. But the ship's systems, the ship's critical systems, you cannot remote into without connecting via Ethernet cable to a laptop, which is then connected to the ship's Wi-Fi system. So yeah, it is not possible to remotely control a ship from ashore or even anywhere else, really, for that matter. What you can do is, of course, you can override everything by switching it to manual. Now, I've had to do that. We lost the rudder one evening late. It's always in the evening. It's never during the day. Anyway, I was sat in my cabin, got an alarm, steering gear failure. So I ran down and had a look, and I turned everything to manual, and I tested to see if it would go port or starboard. This is after contacting the bridge, of course, because the bridge team need to know what's happening. It would be stupid to put the helm over hard one way or the other when I don't know where we're going. So anyway, we were deep sea, no danger of crashing anyway. So, and we found that the rudder was locked in I think it was about 25-degree angle. So the ship was just going round and round in circles. This was because there was a part of the linkage for the rudder system. We've got this Becker steerage on board, which is it's like a flaps on a aircraft wing, where instead of it going just one direction, this goes one way or the other way, so that it curves the rudder, if it were. It goes that way, or it can curve and go the other way. So normally I can't do straight on that end. It goes straight that way, where then you if you want to put the rudder over, it will then curve round and give you more of a lift in that direction, as it were. Anyway, that linkage fell off and blocked the rudder from returning back to midships. So I had to remote in. Same as the main engines, of course. We can take over the main engines and control them from the control room, but the bridge will know if we've done that because they've set an alarm off. And the same as everything else, really. It's all manual control. The main engines are automatic. They do start automatically when the conditions require. Whether the load goes up, a generator will come on. If the load comes down, the generator goes off. But you can't remote in. You can't do anything remotely unless you connect it up to a laptop. So if you are worried about ships and being, the sabotage, don't worry. Ships don't do that. Not my ship, anyway. So I'll see you all on the next one. Bye then.